I I wish my chicken was a whisk. It looks whiskey, doesn't it?
So I could see it. You're just like this tiny box where your voice is kind of like, yeah, I'm just pointing into the direction.
Well, we have a new setup for you. It looks good though.
Yeah.
I can see you much better.
Yay. I'm glad. I just thought I'd just try something different, different angles.
Hmm. Yeah, look, I can see you much better. You're not blocked by. Of course, we don't have a lot of sunlight today either, but
That's true.
it looks like it's gonna rain. I hope it does.
Me too. I hope it is. Oh, visitor.
Oh,
Visitor.
hi.
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 My teenager sighting. Bye, Ronnie.
Woo! Oh my gosh, a real teenager.
I'll show their face.
That's right.
Anyway.
Well, you look very mise en place.
Oh, yes. One must be for today.
Yeah, lovely.
It's something that terrifies me, and I'm just going to be brutally honest. I feel in a command of like regular bread. I feel pretty in command of it. And then there are certain breads and pastries and stuff like that that take a special, touch that is nerve-wracking, quite frankly. And I haven't made this in like 20 years, so I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to make this green chili brioche. Now, check this out. Can you see this? Look at this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of it.
Well, not there. Now we can see it. Yes.
My old friend Patrick Markby, he wrote in calligraphy pen.
Oh my God.
Recipe for me in like 1995.
Oh, nice.
And he
used my gosh, that's a lot of directions.
Dude, it's serious. So therefore
So can we hunker down? Are we going to be here all night?
Hunker down. No, this is when you want to make these kind of things like the man Seth who made the fresh croissant the other day, and when you do this kind of stuff, it's hours. The proofing is hours, but it's so worth it, and we're not doing anything else right now, so why not?
That's why not?
But these are things I never have time to do, so it's kind of fun and exciting. Time. But what I love about this is, just to give you a little background, Patrick. So anybody who knows Santa Fe knows there's this, 5-star restaurant here called Santa Cafe. And it's this really fancy place, and it's lovely, and they have great food. And back in the day, when the owners, Bobby and Judy, owned it, they don't own it anymore. I worked there as a hostess in my 20s, and for a summer. And then my sister worked there, and then my mom and my stepdad go there all the time for dinner. But, I was working there, and I got to be friends with the pastry chef, who is this British guy named Patrick Markby. Anyway, he came up with a green chili brioche. He went to the cordon bleu, Vienna's, what's it called? Viennoise, for the study of just the sweetbreads,
Oh, nice.
And he was just master pâtissier guy. And so he's like, oh, I'll write it down for you 10 minutes later. And I'm like, oh my God. But it was the tastiest thing I've ever had. And
I remember that. It was so good.
You remember it? And he's just said that every country in every region has a brand of this kind of, like Italians have the panettone, and then there's other different kinds of, the eggy bread, and kugelhof, all that kind of stuff. And then, for the region, he wanted to make a green chili one. And so it was so fantastic. And I know they don't do it anymore, but they used to. Anyway, here we go.
So you got some of it ready already, I see.
Yes, I had to prep it because, as I said, these are hours long. But the thing is so funny is in his description, he brings up like history of the brioche. And I did not know this, but some people do, that apparently the famous reference to brioche was when Marie Antoinette said, qu'il mange de la brioche. They should eat brioche, but we translate it into let them eat cake when
The famous saying, let them eat cake, which I've been saying a lot lately.
when the people complained about not having enough bread.
Yes.
Nice to throw it in their face, Maria.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Well,
right.
it didn't go well for her. Let's remember.
But to this day, in the bakeries in France, they use a guillotine to chop the loaves of bread that land in a basket.
I love that reference that you never forget your history.
I mean, you get the people bread or they chop your head off. Okay, there you go. So anyway,
Okay, so this is where we're at, people. It's a political bread show.
I was flipping through my recipes thinking, that sounds about right.
And here we are.
And here we are. So there are stages to this. So I'm just going to explain what we're doing here. Okay, so I've already prepared in the standing mixer, and some people do it without a standing mixer. You can knead it all yourself. It's going to be
let's just say Marie Antoinette did not have, her pastry chef did not have a KitchenAid.
It's like this is the most, if you think about it in metaphor, this is the most tender, flaky, buttery, albeit, not strong bread. It is a airy, light, and privileged bread.
That's correct.
Not like a baguette or some country loaf.
Yeah.
It's really very privileged and hard to make. So that's the difference. But we have the recipe, so
they're going to do it.
The people can eat it. So let's go. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put all of the dry ingredients in here. I already have the flour in here. It's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Things that you have to prep before you do this are, and I'll write this all down. You have to.
Will you do it in calligraphy, please? Sorry, I just had to.
I mean, I could. I love calligraphy, but So you have to have soft butter, and you have to have it in 3 portions because you put it in at different times. Okay, that's a stick and a half. You also have to butter your proofing bowl and get that ready to go. You got a workstation floured and ready to knead and all of these things. So what I'm going to do is, and it proofs twice. I'm going to, as I said before, put all the dry in here. So right now it's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to put sea salt, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon ground black pepper, and 1 teaspoon red pepper flakes.
Wow, that's interesting.
I have them all in a bowl right here already.
Oh, how beautiful.
Put it in. So that's done.
Red pepper flakes are almost like the lemon squeezer. We use lemon flakes.
We use
red pepper flakes.
Okay, and then you have 2 teaspoons of sugar, but I'm going to add this to the egg mixture. That is technically a dry ingredient. So that's everything dry. Now we're going to mix the wet ingredients together. Okay. So, and I love how he puts on this. Before doing anything, read recipe 3 times and assemble all ingredients in advance.
Isn't that what I told you when you said you were nervous? Just read the recipe a couple of times. I tell everybody that. I say it to my husband all the time.
But I didn't see it until after you said it. So, because I hadn't read it 3 times. On the 4th time, I saw it. Okay.
That's so funny. That's why I always read it, reread it, and read it again.
You kind of have to, or you're going to make a mistake. Okay.
Yep.
So mix dry ingredients to mixture bowl palette. Okay, we can do that. Hopefully this is not going to spray out everywhere like last time.
Yeah, into our cloud of flour.
No, and it's pepper, and I'm going to sneeze. I really don't want it to do that. I might just do it myself. I'm just doing it like gently right here because I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to just do that. Because if I get a cloud of pepper, it won't be pretty.
No, it's not fun.
Add eggs, chili, milk, beaten together. Now, I want to do a shout out to Hatch Green Chili.
We love our Hatch chili.
Hatch, New Mexico. Okay, why did I make this? I had a can of chili in the pantry. Okay.
No, you are quite right. We cannot get through a show without at least mentioning the lemon squeezer.
Right. So the wet ingredients are 3 eggs, a 1/4 cup of green chili, chopped. Then you have 1/3 cup of milk. Now, this is the other prep. You have to have some tepid milk and add your yeast to it. And it has to sit for 10 minutes before you add it to this stuff. So there's that. Okay. So that's
okay. So tepid means about 100 to 115 degrees.
Yeah.
And the yeast starts to bubble.
Yeah.
And I think it's because the milk has sugar in it. That helps to start the yeast a little bit.
Yes, that's definitely it. And these eggs are also room temp. They've been sitting out.
Why did I suck at chemistry? I love it so much in cooking.
I ask myself the same thing every day. Maybe it was the teacher.
Well, our chemistry teacher in high school, like my sisters are identical twins. And when they were taking his class, one had him in the morning, one had him in the afternoon. And my sister said in the afternoon, he would look at her walk by and he kept thinking, why is she taking my class twice?
Oh my God. I always wonder about twins who pull the old switcheroo.
Yeah, he didn't quite catch on until he saw one of them walk by and the other one was sitting in the class. And then he was like, oh, I guess they're twins.
That's so funny. I mean, you think they would know that somebody would have said, hey, they're twins this year or whatever. Okay, I'm putting in the milk with the yeast. Here we go. Ooh.
There we go.
There it is. Oh, a little bit sticky.
And oddly enough, yeast has been one of those ingredients that's hard to find during Corona.
Oh my God. It's just been like platinum, not even gold.
I know, right? It's up there. The weirdest things: flour, yeast. What did I see the other day? Weird spices like saffron are hard to find, and it's just I just saw a list published.
But was it that posted that article about America's run out of flour?
Yeah.
That's
Yes, you do. You just let the yeast and the milk sit, and you don't want, I don't know, I've always been told you don't want to stir the yeast with a metal implement. You always
right. What did I just do? Okay.
Well, but it's already going. But the milk and the yeast, I think you don't want to.
I already did.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm
but no, you have other ingredients in there. It's probably fine.
I'm pouring this into this, and this is called the sticky dough. And we're going to turn it on. I'm really glad I waited. Okay, that just forms really quickly. And I'm going to just let it go.
All right.
This is beautiful. Sticking to the sides. Now, he says, form the sticky dough, allow to stand a minute, then scrape down the sides of bowl with spatula. Okay. So.
That was said in calligraphy.
In 12th century script.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a real trip, that guy. But we laughed so hard. He had such a wonderful sense of humor, and it's hard to work in restaurants.
It is for sure. It's a hard job.
It is, and I feel for our restaurant workers right now. to live off tips and all those kind of industries that are tip based, you know. So, all right, I'm scraping down the sides.
Okay.
Not difficult. So far, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
So far, so good, people. All right.
There you go. So now what do you do? Did you put you?
Also, I wanted to know this is a savory brioche. Okay.
Mhm.
Normally, you make it sweet with sugar and vanilla, and you know you could put a wash on it that has tiny little fine sugary crystals and different things. You put raisins in it, orange.
Yeah, I've had cheese brioche, just plain
Oh,
cheese.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the sticky dough. Then beat on medium. Okay, so we're gonna beat it.
And how long are you beating it for? What does it have to do?
So here's the thing we have to do because it's so loud. We have to put in the butter in 3 stages. It has to incorporate. You cannot, just dump all the butter in. You have to do it once one section incorporates, then do the next one and the next one. So
Gotcha.
I'm right now.
What page of the recipe are you on? Someone wants to know.
Well,
Novella.
page 3. Okay, no, because I could actually put this on our Facebook if you want, because it has all the history. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the part of the story where Marie Antoinette said, "Go make the brioche."
Okay, so it's looking really good.
Okay. You didn't put any butter in yet, though, did you?
Not yet. Now I'm going to put in the butter.
Okay.
The first section of butter will go in.
Oh, yum.
Oh, I love this mixer. I don't have to do this right now. The mixer does all the work.
It's so great.
Okay, that's one.
And the butter's just really soft. It's not hard butter. It's not like when you make a pastry, you want the butter to be hard.
It has to be soft. It's the opposite of biscuits and everything else we do.
Or pie crust, yeah.
And this is a smooth dough. It's not like it almost seems over kneaded to me. It has to be smooth.
Okay.
And it's something about, he goes into it. It's something about the gluten and the yeast. I don't know.
Okay.
I just follow directions.
Hey, if you can do that, 3/4 of your cooking life is all in line.
Okay, that's the second one. I'm going to clear this.
Do we get to knead?
Yes.
Yay.
There's a special way to do it.
A special knead?
There's a special way to knead. I have to move your mandolin now.
Oh, right. I forgot you have that.
It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you on the counter, but I'll drop it off to you. I love this thing. I got this at Williams-Sonoma.
I have one of those.
Okay, last one. Boop. There are a lot of dishes in my sink right now. P.S.
I know. This is what happens. My kitchen always looks like a wreck after I get done cooking because I can't clean it up as I go.
Okay, so this says you want a shiny, silky dough.
With all that butter, you bet.
That's what happens with the butter. In fact, Patrick calls it sticky dough, which still sticks a little. It's called escoffier. The more butter added to a dough, the less the need to knead. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to knead it a little bit and put it into a smooth ball, but there's a special method.
Is the chili in there?
Yes.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, I put it in when we were talking. Okay, it's looking silky and still sticky on the side, which is what we want. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully, it's going to turn out. Oh! I think we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll do it a little bit more. I'm nervous now. What if I didn't do it enough?
Well, you're going to put it on the board, so you'll get it there.
That's a good point.
You're not done, girlfriend.
You are not done. Oh, cooking is like life, isn't it?
It is indeed. So many metaphors for it.
Every time you think you're done eating, but you're not. Okay. So the thing is, here's an amazing trick. So say you don't have a warm place in your house because this has to rise the first time. You can, oh, this is really silky and good. I'm very pleased with this. It's very sticky. So this is going to be not pretty for my rings, but oh well.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that you wore your rings last night to make your
pasta. I was just thinking that. I never took them off either. I kind of don't, actually.
Yeah. These are okay. I don't have any.
I just I've heard so many horror stories of women taking their rings off, putting them on the sink, and then they're down the garbage disposal before you know it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can always clean my rings. I'm wearing them.
True. Very true. Okay, so this is, oh my God, so sticky. So I'm going to put it out on this thing right now, just in a big blob. But one of the things Patrick said was, oh, this is perfect. I can't believe it. I don't know why I freak out. Okay, so, wow. Okay. So if you don't have a warm place to proof your dough, you can turn on the oven light in your oven that warms it just enough.
Oh, that's cool. I usually set my oven for 200 because you can't set it for any less than that. And I let it heat up for 1 minute and then I turn it off.
Well, that's what I usually do.
But I didn't know that about the oven lights. That's perfect.
I've had it on. I've had the oven light on for the last 20 minutes. So
that's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, dogs. Uh-oh, the dogs are
no dogs eating green chili bread.
They're having an issue. Monty, no. Monty. Okay, not during the show.
Where's the animal wrangler? No animals have been hurt. In the filming of this segment. No, the animals are fine. Speaking of animals, my friend Aslan White, if you want to find her on Facebook, she's a wonderful astrologer, aside from many other things, very kind person. And she has an animal sanctuary, and she collaborates with a sheep sanctuary.
Wow.
And she creates a habitat for restoring animals to the natural world after they've been abused. And she is willing to trade an astrological reading for a donation to help feed her animals. So, yeah, it's so wonderful. So if you want to have an astrological reading, here, I'll text her name across the screen on the bottom. You can find her on Facebook, and she will give you an astrological reading.
Who doesn't need those right now?
What's that?
Who doesn't need an astrological reading?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Just find her on Facebook, or you can DM me and I'll give you her phone number. And she will give you an astrological reading. Maybe you can make doggy biscuits sometime.
What I thought about that.
Great idea. Why not?
We'll totally do that. I need my dog.
And are they supposed to be gluten-free? No, don't start that.
Okay, here is the proofing bowl. It's buttered with Kerrygold. Okay. I'm not going to over knead this too much, but what you do is, can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I can totally see.
So it's still sticky, but that's okay. You do this thing where you go, fold over one side, fold over another one, fold over another one, fold over another one, and then it comes into a tight ball, and then you put it over. And that's what goes.
That's as much as you really need it?
That's what goes into the thing.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm going to rest like a little baby.
And then you have to cover it and put it in the warm. I'm just wiping my hands off. They're so filled with dough.
Sugar-free? I wouldn't put sugar in my doggy biscuits.
No, I like peanut butter and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, yeah. We'll look up something like that. That'd be fun.
I'm washing my hands.
I almost started an animal bakery. Gosh, years ago, my friend Jane and I were making stuff like that, way before animal bakeries were really popular. We thought about doing that seriously.
Well,
I was making all my cat food and yeah. But everything's gotten so much more accessible now, so we're gonna have to.
Do you cover your bread, Debriana, with a cloth or plastic? Or
I usually use plastic wrap.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. It's not a hot oven, so it's okay.
Well, how far is it going to rise up? Do you think it's going to rise up to the edge of that bowl?
It's going to double in size.
So the only reason I'm asking is because do you want to spray any, I don't know, like a olive oil spray or something on one side of that so it doesn't stick to the paper?
I don't know.
I don't know how deep your bowl is. I mean, if it's going to come way up to the top.
This is pretty deep. It'll be all right.
You won't hit it.
But it has to be tight. Okay, so I'm putting it on here. And this is
going in.
Going in 2 hours, people.
Okay. Well, we're going to be up tonight.
That's why we're getting Japanese takeout.
I haven't done takeout yet this whole time.
Oh my God. I'm exhausted. Okay, so then let me just tell you, we're not done yet. Wait, where are the directions?
What page are we on?
Okay, so then
are we guillotine yet?
I had the guillotine part yet. That's the end. So 2 to 4 hours, depending on room temperature.
Oh Lordy, we should have started this episode earlier.
Okay, then it will double in volume. Then you turn out the dough. Then you do the same. Fold over, fold over, fold over. Hold it. Turn around, and then you let it proof again. 60 minutes. I'm now at midnight.
Oh my God! What were you thinking?
I don't know. And
Did you not read the recipe 3 times?
I was like, oh, I'll figure it out. All right. But then you only bake it for 35 minutes and you put an egg wash on it, egg wash on it. And I'm going to do this special Nantoise rolls that you put in that are off kilter to make that beautiful brioche shape. I'm going to do that. And then
at like 1 a.m. Oh my God. Well, who cares? It's Corona. Sleep late.
It's okay. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. Let rise. I did miss the asterisk. See? Cover with plastic first rise, towel second rise.
Okay, so somebody asked about the cloth towel. So is the towel damp or not damp?
Not damp.
Okay. So yes, there you go. There's your cloth towel, whoever asked that question. Okay, plastic wrap first. That's my guess. And then the cloth.
Well, what I'm doing is, see, here's the thing. It says 2 to 4 hours depending on temperature. So I'm setting the timer for 2 hours, okay?
Yeah.
But what if,
leave that light on, girl.
if 2 hours it's doubled, then it'll be okay. But if it hasn't doubled yet, then I have to wait.
Yeah. And are there any directions in there in case you want to bake it later?
I think I'm all in right now. I don't think I can't get out of this.
You're already done. You're Marie Antoinetted.
Well, but it's going to be, I love brioche, like French toast. That's what we're having for breakfast tomorrow.
Well, at this rate, you're going to be baking it right before breakfast.
With jam. It's so good. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not making French toast. This is a sweet cream.
You can make green chili French toast. I would.
Yeah, but the kids aren't going to
With
like that.
bacon, that would be delicious.
It's going to be, you know what? It's going to be sandwiches for lunch. That's what it's going to be.
All right, Monte Cristi sandwiches out of that.
Something really yummy. Something really yummy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do
oh my God.
if someone wants to know if you have wine for while you're waiting.
Always.
That's funny.
Oh my God, and his attractive finish is obtained by making scissor cuts in the dough just before baking.
Scissor cuts? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm doing a different thing. But
are you using a guillotine to make the scissor cuts?
So, anybody who wants to do this,
I can't wait to see what this looks like either. That is going to be fun.
I really hope it works.
Just make sure you take a nap tomorrow before the show.
Why? Why did I do this on the late show? Well, it's okay. I'm not really sleeping, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no. I would bring over some golden milk for you tonight, but you need to stay awake.
You know what? I'll do an update on the Facebook group. I will put like 2 hours in on the proof.
Okay.
Not there yet, or we made it, or something like that.
Yeah, for all of us insomniacs, we can keep checking in. How he's doing on the green chili bread.
Give you brioche update 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Breaking brioche news.
Oh my God. Well, can you imagine making croissants and all those other things that it's the same amount of work, but it's actually more work because you have to roll all the individual things, and there's much more rolling pin involved in that and all.
Yeah.
Temperature butter.
This is pretty easy. I mean, you just do the step and put it away. You just have to stay up. I know you though. You're a night owl, so you'll be fine.
And I'll have 2 hours of dishes to do right now.
At this point, yeah. Well, thank you for our journey through green chili brioche bread land.
You're welcome. It was fun. I mean, I hope if it turns out, it's going to be so good. I bet it will.
Well, it's actually very easy if you follow the recipe like that. It's not hard to make.
Yeah, it's not hard to make.
No.
But, you know, you have to have everything exactly measured. You have to make sure the different things are in the right state. And you have to have the tools, you know, you really, it would be hard to get that, I think, without a machine.
Oh, you mean by just handling it? Yeah.
Texture, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just, it's going to be yummy. The chili pepper in it and the red pepper, it's just divine with like butter.
It's so great. It was always so delicious. I so remember it there.
It was outstanding.
I'm a savory girl, so I really liked that kind of a brioche.
I'm probably just going to eat it with butter.
That's how I always ate it. All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to our breaking brioche news updates through the night.
It'll be like this. Breaking news from the brioche.
There you go. With our lemon squeezy.
These are lemon squeezy with microphones. Pretend.
Yeah. So someone's saying if you turn the oven to 200 for 10 minutes, turn the oven off, wrap the bowl with a towel, place the bowl inside the oven, the bread will proof fast.
Yeah, okay. Well,
who said that?
That's what I usually do, but I was thinking I would do it because he says do it with the light. I'm checking every now.
Okay. Is it moving?
No.
Okie dokie.
Like it's not cold in my house at all. It was a warm day today. So
yeah,
it should go. I mean, I don't know.
Yes, the lemon squeezer has shown up, Peggy. That was for you. Yes.
Do you think I should do the oven warm-up thing? Are you?
If it were me, I would. That's how I always do it.
Should I take it out right now and do that?
I would. I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to be waiting 4 hours. It's 7 o'clock.
All right. Change of plans. I'm taking it out. I'm going to warm it up.
Yeah, I would. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Oh
my God. I kid you not. There is a button on my oven that says bread proof.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding.
That is so awesome.
I've never seen this button in my life.
Oh my God. How many times did you read that recipe?
I'm taking a picture of it right now. You cannot.
I'm taking it back. You need to read a recipe 5 times.
Do you see this? Bread proof.
That's hysterical.
Standard proof. Press start. Who knew? Oh my God.
That is, I do not have that button on my oven.
I cannot believe this right now. I've never seen this button.
This is like a coronakitchen miracle right now.
What? What just happened?
I cannot believe you have that button on there. When I was buying an oven, I was always insulted by the button that said pizza. I'm like, come on, do you need a button for pizza? I don't know if I would have been as insulted if I'd seen that bread proofing button. That's genius.
It says bake, bread proof, slow cook, keep warm.
Wow. That's gorgeous. What a genius. What?
Oh my God, it's perfect. What in the? Okay. Wow.
Wow. No, the bread is covered with the first time on page 62 of the recipe. It said to put plastic on the first rising. The second rising uses the towel.
Yes.
That's on page 72.
It's like reading Les Miserables. Okay.
That is a badass oven. What kind of oven is that?
It's not a badass oven. It is a I think it's a GE. Where's the?
Wow, that's freaking amazing. My oven. I shopped hard for my oven, but
I'm sorry.
I have that button.
It's a KitchenAid.
Oh, cool.
And it has a top warmer, a small oven, and then the lower. Two ovens.
Yeah, I have 2 ovens on mine too. I actually wanted the KitchenAid, but I thought the oven on the top. I wanted the oven on the bottom, not on the top. The little oven.
It's on the top, the little one.
Yeah, I wanted mine on the bottom, where mine is. Yeah.
Yeah, because
is the bread in a bowl? Yes, it is.
It hurts.
The bread is in a bowl.
Oh my God, I am totally stunned right now. I've never seen that button.
That is awesome. Well, if I have to get a new oven, I know which one I'm getting.
Okay. Well.
Wow. Okay. So we expect breaking bread updates.
I'll be reporting live from my kitchen.
Okay.
Not live. I'll just post.
Well, near the bread button.
Near the bread button. It says standard proof in the digital display.
Wow.
Wow,
that is awesome.
I'm stunned. Okay.
Okay, kids. Well, we will be looking forward to the updates. Don't forget, my friend Aslan is offering astrological
reading
to help the animal sanctuary.
Yeah.
There you go. Find her on Facebook and connect with her. And she's taking it for donations for her animals. And there you go. Yeah. We have had quite the episode, I have to say.
You never know what we're going to get on Corona Kitchen.
That's a true story. All right. Well, onward and upward, I say. KitchenAid should be they should sponsor us at this point.
KitchenAid, we salute you.
Yes. Here we go. And may you all have a wonderful evening and be safe and manja.
See you later. Bye.
We'll be looking forward to it.